SpeedTour, the greatest show in road racing, has absolutely exploded with growth in just a few short years. 2022 has been a record-breaking season for SpeedTour, now promoting over 23 events in 2023. All indications point to major success for years to come. We have seen exponential growth and gains across all entities affiliated with SpeedTour. Our spectator ticket sales and overall fan engagement have increased by over 30%. The Saturday car show and parade laps have gotten so big we have had to make new plans to accommodate everyone for next year. This past season, our car counts in many of our race groups have grown so large that we had to stop accepting entries. We believe this exponential growth is due to our simple belief that a race weekend with SpeedTour should be a fun and memorable experience for everyone involved. Of course, we strive for safe, competitive racing throughout all of our fields, but it is so much more than that. Customer service and overall customer experience is at the heart of everything we do. That is why we host our events at the most prestigious, historic, and iconic circuits in North America. We go out of our way to make sure our spectators get an inexpensive entry and free tickets for children so they can enjoy our events however they wish. All spectator and car show participants are greeted by a friendly staff and get an opportunity to create memorable experiences that they want to share with their friends and make these events an annual tradition. Live streaming has exposed our events to a new, eager audience, growing all of our social media channels and adding a huge value for our partners.
First time, everybody gets away well.
We diligently work with our sponsors and marketing partners to cultivate an experience that will add value for everyone involved. Some might say we go overboard to increase the overall visibility and interactions with our sponsors, partners, competitors, and participants. Our goal is simply to surpass everyone's expectations.
Hold on as they dive into the Mission Foods turn one.
Let's see what we've got here. Handling versus horsepower. Scott gets a little bit wiggly going through the Optima S's.
SpeedTour has been described as a complete assault on the senses, starting with the Trans Am Series presented by Pirelli. Always bringing the loudest roar of the ground-pounding music on the track. Founded in 1966, Trans Am is the longest-running professional road racing series in North America. The excitement of the original Pony Wars is alive and well in Trans Am. The Trans Am series in itself is an eclectic mix of cars and classes, with the TA2 class providing a large single-class race group, while the TA and GT classes provide the best in multi-class racing. The minimalist rulebook of the TA class allows for a lot of innovation with 850 plus horsepower and no driver aids, making for an interesting combination for drivers and team alike. The semi-spec nature of the TA2 class and the accompanying cost controls make TA2 the most competitive and cost-effective way to go pro racing in North America. Additionally, with the TA2 cars being similar in functionality to those used in short track and other NASCAR feeder series, TA2 has now become the de facto development series for that next star of NASCAR. Then we have the Grand Touring classes, the 3 GT classes, Extreme GT, Super GT, and GT, offering a place to race a wide range of popular production-based race cars, both factory-built and custom-built. Trans Am has been growing rather quickly in the last few years with its affiliation with SpeedTour, IndyCar, and NASCAR events, as well as a great free live streaming package, thereby exposing the Trans Am series to a new, larger audience.
Three-way into Andretti. Merrill will take the lead brilliantly.
Sports Car Vintage Racing Association. You might think you need to adjust your eyesight when you see an SVRA race. Don't worry, you did not go back in time. You're just seeing some of the coolest cars to ever grace a race course. Thanks to the efforts of SVRA, vintage racing has become the fastest growing segment in motorsports for 10 years. The most historic and iconic cars from over a century of motorsports, meticulously maintained, offering a show like no other. But this This is not parade lap racing. SVRA has championships in all of its classes, and this is wheel-to-wheel, door-to-door racing that our competitors take very seriously. We hear it every weekend. These drivers are absolutely crazy to be out there racing like this in these priceless machines. But we just say some people collect art, we race it. International GT offers the feel of modern European GT racing with an emphasis on fun and camaraderie in the paddock. IGT has experienced gargantuan growth over the last few years and broken driver and car count records at 7 out of 9 events in 2022. The huge IGT growth can be attributed to simply competitor word of mouth. Once a driver experiences an IGT weekend, they want all their friends to come race with them in the most competitive, but more importantly, fun form of modern GT racing. With huge fields of Porsches, Ferraris, and a smattering of Audis, McLarens, Mercedes, and BMWs, International GT always puts on a good show at SpeedTour events. The Formula 4 U.S. Championship. In most cases, F4 is the driver's first taste of racing an actual race car. With young drivers coming straight out of competitive karting, F4 is specifically designed as a driver development series and is the first step of the ladder on the road to F1. The F4 platform is a fantastic next step from karting with a safe and reliable Ligier chassis offering the perfect amount of power, a good amount of downforce with some of the closest wheel-to-wheel racing in any race group, making sure these drivers are constantly honing their skills in racecraft. Sports car and IndyCar racing legend Scott Goodyear offers his decades of experience and expertise in professional racing and motorsports broadcasting to these flourishing drivers. Scott's passion is to nurture and develop this ever-growing field of young competitors from all over the world into well-rounded race car drivers. He specifically works with the drivers and teams to make sure each driver is progressing in the best way possible and becoming a better driver and competitor with each race, all the while maintaining a huge field of cars fighting for every competitive championship and scholarship that will see them through to the next rung on the professional motorsports ladder of FR. Formula Regional Americas based on the F3 model. Now these drivers can start smelling a career in professional motorsports. FR is the next rung on the ladder from F4, but still has a huge emphasis on driver development, racecraft, and how the driver will excel in all manners of being a professional. The Ligier FR platforms with their turbo engine are faster, offer more downforce, larger Hankook tires, and the competition is absolutely fierce. The drivers in FR are absolutely determined to make it as a professional driver, and many of the IndyCar and open-wheel teams from all over the world are taking notice of the river of talent that is flowing from Formula Regional Americas. You need to come taste and see for yourself that SpeedTour is the greatest show in road racing. Take part in the Saturday Haggerty Cars and Caffeine car shows and get some parade laps of these fantastic circuits. Sample some of the Mission chips and salsas or any of the great products that many of our sponsors and marketing partners have to offer our participants. Make sure you subscribe to SpeedTour Quarterly and read up on all the great SpeedTour offerings. Keep up with SpeedTour and all its great entities by following us on our ever-growing social media channels and platforms. See for yourself the beauty of these circuits and how large and competitive our race fields are by watching our vast archives of broadcast and live-streamed races on SpeedTour.tv. But do not miss out on this opportunity to be a part of SpeedTour and all of its entities moving forward. SpeedTour is a fast-moving, ever-growing train that you do not want to miss. For more information, simply go to SpeedTour.net.